Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. Deontay Wilder gives an update on the Tyson Fury fight and speaks Anthony Joshua. And if he doesn't fight it, he said he's good. Stay tuned. What up, fight world? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. I'm on the verified page of Deontay Wilder. Made a video about it, and he's speaking with fans, basically, you know, people's champ shit. And he posted this 5:17 a.m. up shadow boxing, thinking about Tyson Fury. Oh boy, when I'm done with you, the only thing you'll be able to eat is New England clam chowder soup. Hashtag Wilder Fury, hashtag click that button. Now, some of the fans are obviously responding to it, and there's some things that were interesting. So Paul Westerberg says, "We want to see you fight Anthony Joshua. You both will always have this tainting your records if you don't agree soon." So it doesn't sound like the Paul dude knows what's been going on in the last few months to even say you'll both have this taint. I mean, I understand the need to make the fight, but Wilder, he responded and he says, yeah, but the only thing is we know and they know we tried to make it happen. Point blank, period. So if it never happens, I won't have any regrets. Seems like Barry Hearn has already stated they will be happy as well if they never fight me. So be it. Hashtag Wilder Fury, baby. We move forward. I love this response by Deontay Wilder because, well, not just because it's what I've been telling you guys, because I've been just going off of the facts. Someone said, what about Joshua? He said, who? The reason I love this response is because I think Eddie Hearn and Team Joshua, they try to strong arm the heavyweight division. They know that, oh, this is funny, Martin. They know that Anthony Joshua is a big star, right? They know that he is the A-side over anybody. He's doing the biggest events and the most seats and different stuff like that. But what they tried to do is use that to the ultimate advantage, to the point where a meaningful fight could have gotten made, but all that extra shit got in the way of it. You know, instead of just fighting this man on the screen, you see, it was a bunch of politics and trying to let the fight marinate and different stuff like that. Now, the thing, I'm always been a fan of underdog stories and stuff like that. And even though he's a champion and a millionaire and stuff like that, Wilder has clearly been the underdog here. People clown him, his style, say he ain't beat anyone, and he was really pursuing this fight with Joshua. And I just didn't like how they tried to corner the market, and then everything they were doing, they flipped on Wilder and made it look like he was the one that was avoiding it. So in general, I like the response because Wilder and Tyson Fury, you know, they kind of clicked up. That's why you seen Joshua put that subliminal tweet out where he says, my enemies want to link up and be friends with my other enemies. No, they just want to do what's right with boxing. So the thing is, Wilder and Fury, they're like, man, the whole world's seen how Team Joshua responded to the call out and the challenge of Deontay Wilder. Wilder was on his line. He said, I'm going to smoke this dude out. Let's see if he really wants to fight. And he did just that. And the world got to see it and witness it. And we all bear witness to what happened. And, you know, the mass amount of people know what happened and know who was the real holdup. Who turns down $50 million? It's literally unheard of. Ask Lennox Lewis, Ray Mercer, Tommy Morrison, Mike Tyson, David Tua, right? Any of these guys in their prime, even current fighters outside of the heavyweight division. You know, there's not really many people who would turn down that type of money, guaranteed. Not even the back end money or nothing, just your guaranteed purse. You see recently Angel Garcia and Danny Garcia, who have a big fight with Sean Porter this weekend. That's why I'm out here in New York. But you've seen that Danny Garcia says, I'll consider going to DAZN, but they got to pay me, you know, he said somewhere between 6 to 10 million or something to rematch Amir Khan in the UK. right? Which is a fraction of 50 million. So he says, we're always up for discussion in business. Give us $6 to $10 million and we'll go overseas to the UK to fight Amir Khan, because these fighters are getting smarter and they're trying to make it worth their while. Joshua had the opportunity at $50 million and said no to it, so we know just off that, amongst other things, why this fight didn't happen. So I feel Wilder. I understand why he's not going to sulk over it and cry over it. It's just like a relationship. Let's say you were with somebody and you treated them really good and you were considerate. Let's say it was a woman, she had 2 kids and you embraced her 2 kids that were from a previous relationship like they were your own. You took care of them and, you helped her with whatever. You were just an upstanding man in her life and she decided to cheat on you. You guys break up. It would be really easy to get over, at least for me, if that were to happen to me, and that's not a personal story because I know a lot of you idiots will be like, this, you sound too familiar with that. That literally has not happened to me, that exact story or whatever. But I'm just, I'm the king of analogy, so I like to say some different things to get y'all thinking. But the point being in that particular analogy is this: if you did everything you could to make the relationship work, you were an upstanding man, and she decided to go outside the relationship, emotionally leave, detach, and cheat on you, then it's easy for you to move on. You're not going to be, it might hurt, but it's easier for people to move on knowing they're not in the wrong. That's the whole point. I know if that was me, I would be like, fuck her. I wouldn't, why would I be sulking and mad? The people who are doing that typically, like if you're wired right, would be people that know they fucked up. Like, so the person who was the cheater and then the relationship fell apart and you ruined a good thing. Those are usually the people begging and crying and kicking and screaming and pleading to have the other person come back. Hey baby, give me one more chance, like Biggie. Please, baby, give me one more chance. Those are the people, because they know they fucked up. They know they did something wrong. So it's a lot of pressure on Joshua to perform in this Povetkin fight. Obviously, if he loses, that would be terrible for his brand. Not just because it's a loss, just this is the worst time for him to take a loss, right? And you can really kiss the $50 million goodbye if that were the case. So I feel what Deontay Wilder is saying in the sense of why would he be, if he knows him and his team really made a push to make the fight happen and the world sees it, and I'm sure he gets a lot of feedback and fan mail and comments and stuff like that, like, hey, we're on your side, we seen what happened, that was messed up, so that's why he's vindicated. He's not really worried. That's why he can move forth with this Tyson Fury. But the thing I like about that situation is, in my honest opinion, I think Eddie Hearn and Team Joshua, they tried to control the whole field and make it so people couldn't eat, like you can't get no big fights, and they actually were boasting about this. If you really put it in perspective, they were boasting about this. Like when Eddie Hearn did that interview, he had a sit-down interview for an hour or whatever, and he was talking about how Joshua is going to fight Povetkin and his stock is going to increase and go woo, just skyrocket. And no matter who Wilder fights, it's going to stay the same, or his stock is going to go down. He's not going to fight somebody that increases his stock. But boy, oh boy, that's because the missing link was Tyson Fury. Eddie Hearn had conversations with Tyson Fury apparently a couple months ago, and Tyson Fury didn't want to take certain fights without a tune-up or whatever Tyson Fury must have told Eddie Hearn. So he didn't think that was a realistic option for this year. So he's thinking that Wilder's going to have to fight Luis Ortiz in a rematch, or Dominique Brazil mandatory or some shit. And he didn't expect this. But once again, Team Wilder was playing chess, not checkers. Al Heyman playing chess, not checkers. And they came up with an opponent like Tyson Fury that's big bucks, huge bragging rights. And now somebody's gotta go. And these are the two guys that Joshua should have fought. And if anyone could take their it should have been Joshua, because he could have did it, and then he would have did it and collected a belt if he were to beat Wilder, right? And then he would have gained all the respect if he beat Tyson Fury. That would have been a huge domestic UK fight. And he could be like, if Joshua were able to beat Tyson Fury, he could be like, yo, so I beat Klitschko and the man that beat Klitschko, the lineal champion. What y'all gotta say now? You can't say, oh, Klitschko is 41. I just beat the younger dude that beat him, you know? And now these two are getting together and about to make all this money. I love it, you know? It's almost like karma, you know? It's a great fight. It's a big fight. There's nothing you could say. Please don't try to bag the fight. Like, when the fight's announced, don't try to switch sides and, you know, switch up and act like Tyson Fury ain't this and oh, but Fury, I don't know, because people you threw at him, like Dillian White and other people that the other side, old media, threw at Wilder, haven't even accomplished what Tyson Fury has accomplished. So how could you be angry with it? They're talking about Dillian White versus Derek Chisora. Well, Tyson Fury already beat Derek Chisora years ago, and he did it twice, and he knocked him out in the second fight. You know what I mean? And as far as Dillian White, I like Dillian White, but he hasn't accomplished what Tyson Fury. He hasn't even been a champion yet. You know, Tyson Fury was the man, lineal champion, but through poor decisions in his spare time or his personal life, it came back to haunt him and he had to pay for it. But he looks like he's up for the challenge, and we should get the announcement soon, according to Wilder. But this is, like I said, this is the ultimate karma, if you think about it. Because Team Joshua, in my opinion, really thought that they could control all the pieces on the board, and that's not how boxing works, you know? So I feel Wilder. I understand it. Obviously, I want to see the winner of this fight Joshua, but on to the next chapter, you know, on to Wilder Fury. This doesn't make Wilder or Fury look bad, them fighting each other. If anything, it makes Joshua look bad, because you're fighting a guy who failed 2 drug tests and has been inactive because he was banned from the sport. And then on top of that, you know, he hasn't really done much since coming back. He beat David Price, who had been knocked out 4 other times. So that's my statement. That's my stance. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.